Hi, welcome to the beginner sewing class. I'm going to talk to you about the supplies that you need for your beginner class. Many times I give a list of supplies that you will find in your program um, list, and many I get the questions a lot about identifying the various things that I required for the beginner class. So this short tutorial, in this short video, I'm going to show some of the items to you and explain what they do and the reason you need them. Okay. All right. Stay tuned. Okay, so here's the binder. This is a very important part of the lesson. Every student is supposed to have a binder. Um, if it doesn't come with transparencies already as part of the binder, you can just get a 3-pin binder like this and stick in your transparencies. Okay, transparencies or sleeves that we use to put our projects inside. For example, these demonstrate various necklines of neckline finishes. So this is a V neckline, that's a round neckline. This is another V neckline. This is a U neckline. This is a square neckline. You know, these are important parts of samples or parts of a garment that you learn how to do. We kind of separate the skills and you learn how to make them and put them in your binder. So at the end of the day, your binder is like a scrapbook or a reference book that you can always go to, okay, in terms of understanding how you did a particular skill. All right. So these are some of the skills that we put in a binder, like your very own, sample zippered pouch, a pleat. This is part. Let's say you're making a skirt, a pleated skirt. We kind of separate and make a pattern, a small sample for you to know how it's done. So these are the reasons that you need a muslin. So right now I'm going to talk about the muslin. This is muslin. It is unbleached cotton. It is off-white. Every fabric store should have this. You need 2 yards of this. 1 yard will be used for your your sample techniques and skills that I just showed you, and the other yard will be used for a tote bag sample, which is the final project you'll be doing as a beginner in this class. And muslin, if you don't know it, is very it's well behaved. You fold it, you iron it, it stays put. Whatever you want to do with it, it works. All right. Okay. Tailor's chalk. I wanted to talk about tailor's chalk while I have these markings here. Tailor's chalk come in, some are chalky, some are waxy. This is kind of waxy, and then there's different colors. We need them to make markings. You want to draw an armhole, a straight line, whatever thing you want to draw. They come in different colors so you can see on the fabric and cut accordingly or sew accordingly. That's what tailor's chalk are. Some come in the pencil form as well. You can get those as well. Okay, now let's talk about scissors. We have fabric scissors and we have paper scissors. Any scissors that you get from a dollar store, pretty simple kids type thing, not too expensive, that will be considered paper scissors. Okay. Now, any scissors you get from a fabric store, they tend to be sharper, they tend to be more professional, a little heavier, but they are fabric scissors. Okay, and you don't mix them. You use paper scissors to cut paper, and you use fabric scissors to cut fabric, and you maintain them separately like that. If you try to mix them any kind of way, the fabric scissors will dull real quickly. Okay, so take note of that. The next thing is the threads, different types of threads. All right, we use different kinds of threads for our projects. But the most important thing is these fabrics, these are sample fabrics. We don't go crazy about the kind of threads we use. You can use any cheap threads, but when you get to, let's say, making your own garment, you want to use this type of thread. It's called dual duty. It's very strong. I think it's cotton. It says all purpose, but it is dual duty. Those you need to have. They tend to be a little expensive, but it's good to have them for sewing your actual garments. Let's say when you buy a fabric and you want to make something for yourself to wear or for home deck stuff, this is the thread to go with. These are the ones you can use for all your beginner sample stuff, okay? But just always test the the threads to check their strength. Some are very strong. You check that before you purchase. Also, these are like discount store. You'll find these like $1.50 or sometimes $1.99 in discount stores. I always grab them when I find them. They are usually for serger. They're usually used for a serger, but they work really well for any sample sewing. All right. So the only ones that I will warn you against will be these little ones. They're good, but they run out really quickly. Sometimes you find them in little pouches and things like that. They work well to have them as hand sewing threads, but they don't last when you put them on the machine. Okay, so these ones you can, if you have them, just know that they run out quickly and you don't really need to think or worry about them. Get the big ones, it helps. All right, now I find people struggle with zippers. Okay, we have regular zippers and we have invisible zipper. Okay, how do you tell the difference? Okay, now these two zippers you're looking at are both showing the right side of the zipper. Where you have this pulley, this is called the pulley, the part that you hold to open or close is called the pulley. The sides of the zipper is called the zipper tape. The teeth or the middle is called the zipper teeth. Zipper tape, zipper teeth. Now, the difference between invisible zipper and regular zipper is that the regular zipper has its teeth on the right side, where it also has the pulley. The invisible zipper has its teeth on the wrong side. Okay, you have the zipper teeth on the wrong side. That's the difference. There are other differences, but the main difference is where the teeth is positioned. The regular zipper, you have the teeth on the right side. And this regular zipper is used a lot in making the zippered pouch, also in making a fly zipper. Okay, this is a little advanced. The fly zipper, we use the regular zipper for that, and it's usually found in pants, all right? But the invisible zipper, which is this one, the only part of the zipper you will see when it's done is the pulley. This part here is called the slider. That's hooked to the pulley, so you can grab and open or close. All right, when you have inserted or correctly inserted or installed the invisible zipper, like in this sample, all you will see at the right side of the garment is your pulley, like this. You see only the pulley, so you grab it and you can open or close. But once you close it, you see nothing else. It looks like part of the seam. Okay, that's invisible zipper. You will love how you will learn to install this invisible zipper. I teach that at the beginner level. Okay, so stock up on these zippers. It doesn't matter. I requested 2 of each, but you can have several. They're very cheap on Amazon. That helps you to master your zipper. Okay, These are more examples of samples that you'll be making. This is a sample of gathers. Gathers is something that you learn to do for maybe a gathered skirt. It has a binding at the top, or maybe gathered sleeve. This could also be sleeve once you turn it the other way. All right? Okay. Also, this is called darts. It takes in fabric. We teach you how to hem the bottom using the machine, and also how to take in the fabric to create the darts. Very, very important skill to learn. All right. So these are all parts of garments that you learn, and you put them in your binder, and they help you remember the process. If you're creating something with a V neckline, this is how you create it. You add a facing to it, and you treat it neatly to take care of the neckline, both front and back. All right. There are other accessories that come with your machine, like a foot. This is a zip. This is a buttonhole foot. Okay, mouthful. A buttonhole foot. You can see the button sitting there. I asked you to get buttons also. If we get to it, you're going to be able to learn how to put in a button hole so that your button can go in. This is the foot. Now the foot, I'm not asking you to buy. It comes with the machine. Every machine has its own buttonhole foot, but I'm just showing you what we use it for. This is the buttons. You can have different size buttons. This thing can expand to take big size buttons or small size buttons. Okay. Also, next is this gadget here. We call it a seam ripper. If you create a seam that you didn't like, you can rip it out, or you can take it out with the help of a seam ripper. This also comes with your machine. If it doesn't come, or your machine is old and it's missing some of these things, you need to get one. It helps a lot. It comes in various forms. This is also part of this small gadget here. It's a needle threader. If you have it in your machine, that's what it does. It pulls the thread through the eye of the needle. Okay, so it's a good thing to have. But for the most part, like tape measure, a ruler, a pen, a notepad, you will have these already at home, I believe. So you want to make sure that you gather all these things together for class. Okay, thanks for registering, or thanks for your considering to take the sewing lesson. And this is also a pin. My pins are actually on what's the name of this thing? A magnet. But you can have them usually in a box or a container. And try to look out for those that have a bob on the head like this. They're easily handled. No sticking. It's usually experienced by students. Get those that have some protective top like that. Okay, you can find nice pins like that in a fabric store. All right, so I hope I've gone over the supplies list pretty well, and you should be good to go. Thanks.